Good morning. Would you like some cereal with your bananas? I mean, I had two bananas that were about to go bad, so just had to chop them all up. Today is starting with breakfast at 1. And you can't see it on the screen. It's last week tonight. I haven't made my bed yet. I know. There. Are you happy now? I did it. Monday morning, afternoon. I did something already. Well, I was gonna go for a walk in a bit. It's currently like 2:30, but I'll show you. I don't know if it's gonna be visible through the camera. Yeah, it's raining. Umbrella, and you can kind of see the puddle a little bit. I have umbrellas, and I have a raincoat. Ooh, close the window. So I could go outside, but I think today might be one of those days where I do not do that. It will be, today is day 21, it will be the first day, doing like a Batman thing, it will be the first day that I do not go for a walk. Oh well. So, instead of physically exercising, I'm going to do a mental exercise. That was a long walk for a short transition. I would love to be clear right now. There we go. Every weekday, I get an email from Trivia Mafia, which is like a local trivia company, organization, whatever, from my hometown of Minneapolis, St. Paul. I actually don't know if it's both, if it's just Minneapolis. Maybe it's Minnesota. I'm not sure. For my area, I used to do Trivia Mafia stuff all the time. Like every Monday night, I went to a Trivia Mafia night with my group. Our group was called Pootie Tang. I can't explain why. It's such a long story. And sometimes we won. Frequently we got like second or third or nothing at all. But it was one of my favorite things about being an adult in Minneapolis. So, during the lockdown thing, because Minnesota's in lockdown too, they send every weekday morning a series of 5 questions of like random trivia knowledge, and then the next day they send new questions, and then at the bottom is the answer to the previous day's questions. So I'm going to start with the ones that I have the answers to, that I looked at on Friday. The Singer Building, the Petronas Towers, and Taipei 101 are some of the lesser-known historical holders of what record? I actually guessed this one. It's the world's tallest building, which now is the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. I always get confused between Dubai and Abu Dhabi. I'm pretty sure it's Dubai. What invention was patented on November 26, 1935 by Vladimir Zworykin, who described it as a method of and apparatus for producing images of objects? I did not know what this was. Apparently it is the television. Cool. Number 3, what American city is known by the nicknames Camel City and The Dash? Winston-Salem. I didn't know that. What congressional job title, currently held by Jim Clyburn and Steve, I don't know if it's Scalise or Scalisi, I think it's Scalise, comes from an old fox hunting term for someone who keeps a pack of dogs from getting out of hand? Didn't know this one. It's called the whip. Okay. And then this last one I did get. Thank you, language degree. What part of the human circulatory system gets its name from the Latin for hair? Capillaries, like in your veins. So that was Friday's answers. I got 2 of them right, which just seems to be my rate. But let's see. I haven't read these questions yet. Oh no, the first one is a pull out before you blow it. Actor Steve Buscemi appeared in 5 Coen Brothers movies in a row during the 1990s. Name as many of those movies as you can for 1 point each. 0 points total if you get any wrong. Oh shit. Okay, Fargo. I don't think Dog Day Afternoon was a Coen Brothers. Oh no. Oh, I've only got one. What are other Coen Brothers movies? I'm totally blanking now. They're from Minnesota too. Alright, this is bad. This is very bad. I blame the quarantine. I'll see if I can come back to this one. Number 2, the Stone of Scone is an oblong block of sandstone that has long been used in Britain's coronation rituals. It comes from the town of Old Scone, which during the Middle Ages was the capital of what kingdom? I don't know. Okay, what old kingdoms? Middle Ages kingdoms. I'm assuming still in the British Isles area, the British Empire, like the island. But the island is not the same thing as the empire, I am aware. Middle Ages. Kingdom of Wales? Ow, that was my shoulder. I don't know. Okay, number 3. If you see the acronym EOE in a job posting, it probably stands for what? EOE. End of eligibility? EOE. 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 I don't know. Number 4. Who wrote in the 5th century BC, "I will give no deadly medicine to anyone if asked, nor suggest any such counsel"? Sounds like one of the fathers of medicine kind of situations. So Hippocrates was well before that. BC, yeah. No. 5th century BC. Maybe it was Hippocrates. I'm going to say Hippocrates. And then 5. The Taming of the Shrew. Ooh, Shakespeare. The Taming of the Shrew is set in Padua and Verona. None of Shakespeare's other plays are set in Padua, but 2 are set in Verona. Name one of them. Okay. I got this one. Romeo and Juliet, the narrator, in, like, the first line, he says, like, "In fair Verona where we set our scene," or something. I'm almost certain, now that I keep talking, I'm, like, less and less certain, but I'm, like, 95% certain that Romeo and Juliet is set in Verona. And then, so obviously Merchant of Venice is set in Venice. I don't know why, but I want to say Measure for Measure. That could be completely off. Okay, so those are my guesses without having done any research. I am now going to cheat ever so slightly and just Google a couple of these things, and I'll come back to you in a second. I'm really dumb. There's a play called The Two Gentlemen of Verona. My mother is screaming at me right now. Sorry, Mom. EOE. Equal Opportunity Employer. I'm dumb. I'm really dumb. Okay, Old Scone is the capital city, or the lead city of which historic kingdom? Maybe should have put this together. Scone was the capital of Scotland. Cool. I was right about Hippocrates, though. The Hippocratic Oath. "I will give no deadly medicine to anyone if asked, nor suggest any such counsel, and in like manner I will not give to a woman an abortive remedy." Oh, shit. What? Okay, well, that sounds old-fashioned. In like manner, I will not give to a woman a pessary to produce abortion. Oh, I don't like that. No. Let's just stick with the first part and pretend that we didn't hear the second part. Okay. Steve Buscemi has appeared in the films Miller's Crossing, never heard of it, The Hudsucker Proxy, didn't know it was the Coen brothers, Barton Fink, don't know what that story is, Fargo, got it, Big Lebowski, I was gonna say that one, but I wasn't sure it was Coen brothers. I'm a bad Minnesotan. And Paris Je t'aime, which is not from the 90s, I think it was from like 2001. Oh dear. So, okay, I got Fargo, I got Hippocrates, and I got Romeo and Juliet. So that's 3 out of potential 8. Ooh, not a good showing. But maybe tomorrow it'll be better. So I am having a nightmare of an administrative afternoon. I am trying to declare my money earned in March of 2020 compared to what I earned in March 2019. so that I can claim benefits from this solidarity fund that France has created for people who are currently out of work, like myself. And usually what I would do is uh, go on to the, well, somebody in my legal situation, I technically am a freelancer, and in France that's also called, I'm technically a business owner, a business of one, myself. It's called auto-entrepreneur, and every month I have to declare how much money I've earned in a previous month on a website, and it calculates the amount of tax or the amount of contributions that I have to pay depending on how much I've earned that month, and then I like validate it or something, and then I authorize it to be deducted from my account automatically. So, for example, whatever I earned in March, I would have the month of May to declare the payment, and then the payment would be, or the declaration would be deducted from my account at the end of May. Because they say, like, okay, so if you've earned through March, sometimes it takes a while to get paid for March, you get paid in the month of April, so then by the time you have the April payments, you can start declaring in May. It's very complicated. It's not actually that complicated, it's just complicated because my employers are notorious for not paying me on time. Like, there are sometimes spans of 2 months where I haven't been paid for work. It's really fun. I have to change arms. So, I have been trying to figure out how much I earned in, or how much I declared, because the difference is not necessarily what I earned in March, but how much I was paid in March, because they're going off of the declaration that I made on the website last year, and the declaration is not the same thing as what I invoiced for March. See, because there's delayed payments. So I have been trying and trying to get this website to work so that I can figure out how much I said I earned. It's not as simple as going back and looking at my invoices because of the time lag in invoicing and payment. And the website just keeps bugging. This website is notorious for bugging. It just happens all the time. So I ended up having to get creative. And I have this memory of me of having done the research and writing down how much I declared and how much I paid as a declaration every month for the year of 2019. I just can't find the paper. I know I must have put it somewhere in my shuffle, but I don't know where it is. And now the thing is bugging, so I can't find it that way. And then I was like, well, I can't look at my invoices because it's not the same thing, so what can I do, what can I do, what can I do? And then I remembered, oh, I know what to declare based on my bank statements on my online banking. So I went to my online bank, pulled up the statements from March 2019, finally figured out how much money I was paid in March 2019, calculated that it is well above the difference between what you earned in 2019 and what you earned in 2020 is what tells you how much you're going to receive from the government in terms of of assistance. They were initially saying that if you earned 30% or more of, wait, how did they phrase it? If the drop of income between March 2019 and March 2020 is 30% or more, you're entitled to some of this thing. And now they're saying it has to be 50%. So that got me a little bit worried about, like, oh, am I going to make the 50% mark? Based on what I've just calculated, I definitely make the 50% mark. I'm not going to give numbers here, but it is easily that. So I have to now figure out how to go onto the tax website, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish the declaration because I don't know if they want like a screenshot of the thing or if they're just going to trust me saying that I looked up the numbers. But I need to start inputting that and get my money. This is just very, very, very complicated, and yet I know that it's complicated everywhere. It also doesn't help that I don't have a very financial mind, nor do I have an administrative bureaucracy mind. It is a big ol' mess. Whew, okay, that's done. I found the way to declare, and I filled out the form and everything, and I officially qualify for all of the funding that they provide through the assistance service. So that's a little bit of a weight off my chest. I don't know how long it'll take to get these finances circulating. I'm not really sure how it works. I know, like, the period for declaration is the whole month of March, or April. So, I don't know if it's going to come right away. I'm not dying for money. I have been paid for January and February from my work. So I'm not, pinching pennies, as it were, but I'm also not out spending money all the time. I think the most money I've spent in the last 3 weeks was like 60 euros on Amazon orders to help me do projects. Other than that, really not spending much money right now. So, Mom, I'm okay. I feel my heart, honestly, with the rain and everything, I was feeling really down today. But now that this is something that's been accomplished, I feel a lot lighter. I'm just going to spend a little bit longer doing some administrative stuff. I keep a spreadsheet of how much money I've invoiced versus how much I've been paid and when. So that way I can track with all of the delays for payment, have I actually not been paid for something that I invoiced for a few months ago. And there have been some instances of that I've had to regulate? I've had to resolve. And it's been a couple months since I've updated this thing, so I'm just going to go through really quick, get that in order, make sure that I'm not missing any other payments. I think I'm good. Send off my invoices for March, because I did work a little bit in March before all of this happened. So yeah, that is the productivity game plan. That's going to be housekeeping for today, I guess. What am I going to clean today? I don't know yet.
This is the one video, 1 second.
No, it's for my parents to say, hi, I'm talking with people. I'm not completely alone. Special love to Kevin,
Shout out to me.
who is upset that I wasn't talking about him in the vlogs before. Alright, I am knocking together a dinner based on what's about to go bad in my fridge. So I had some black beans from like a previous thing that I couldn't use all of and were about to go bad. So I've thrown them in with some scrambled eggs. And now I've got some English muffins. That's cheese, that's not butter. That's cheddar cheese. Just gonna put that on top of this. I've got some tomatoes to go along with it. And that's gonna be dinner, I think. I was watching TV as I was eating dinner. Well, TV, YouTube. And my mom had recommended that I should start watching Some Good News by John Krasinski because he talks about the positive things happening in life, in life. And episode 2 has got me just full on bawling in my hand. I'm not gonna say what happened, but it's really, really good. I'm all for Clint. This is somewhat exaggerated, but I'm genuinely having a little pitter-pat in my heart right now. Pretend that these are turntables. Woo! Wiki wiki!
I am the A-L-E-X-A-N-D-E-L. We are meant to be a bunch of revolutionary manumission abolitionists. Give me a position, show me where the ammunition is. Oh, am I talking too loud? I'm past patiently waiting, I'm passionately smashing every expectation, every action's an act of creation. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. And when I meet Thomas Jefferson, I'ma compel him to include women in the sequel. Work!
Whew, okay, so if you'll recall, there was a bunch of black buildup all around this, and after, 20 minutes of steel wool scrubbing, some of which is still stuck under my nails, that's gonna have to have a soak. I've gotten most of it off. There's still a couple little patches here and back here, but my arms are just too tired to keep going, so that may be for another day. But all in all, I'm pretty proud of myself. I've now switched to the camera on my computer as I'm editing all this video together. And I had already recorded me taking a bite of the chocolate for the day, and then realized that the speaker was being routed through my Bluetooth thing, which has really bad speaker quality. So I'm already eating the chocolate. I have nothing to show for it. It's called a feuillantine. That's what it looks like. Where am I going here? This one. Okay, great. It's got praline in it, like they all do. Literally all of it is praline. Anyway, good night.